Hi, I'm Alex Aster, and I'm the author of Lightlark.
All right, if you can talk about it, what is your favorite moment from the book?
My favorite moment of the book is probably when Isla meets the rest of the rulers because she is so scared. She's heard about them almost like fairy tales, and they're real in front of her, and they're definitely not what she expects, and also exactly what she expects in the same moment. So that's probably my favorite part.
Is there a character you are most excited for readers to meet in Lightlark?
I'm most excited for readers to meet Grimm because I feel like a lot of people really love him, but I do have a few people who love the other character. So I think I'm just excited for readers to meet both of them, both of the love interests, and to see like who their team of.
What have you found makes BookTok unique from other online book communities?
I found that BookTok is just so positive. Like from the very beginning, that first video, there was just so much support behind me and the book idea and just creators in general. I just feel like we're all on the same side and we all just really want to read great stories and we want to have fun. And so I've seen like an overwhelming sense of positivity and also people just being inspired by other videos, which I think is a really great environment.
What are your favorite or least favorite literary tropes?
My favorite tropes are definitely like enemies to lovers or rivals to lovers. I mean, that's all of Book Talk pretty much, and it definitely describes Lightlark. But that's probably my favorite. My least favorite would be like when a happy ending is when the character just loses all of their powers, which I can see that happening like in a lot of books, and that's fine. But as a happy ending, like I don't agree with that.
Top three songs that will be on the Lightlark playlist.
Oh my gosh. So the top one is definitely Champagne Problems by Taylor Swift. The tone I think is very similar to the tone of Lightlark. Not necessarily the words, though a little bit, if you know what happens in the entire book. But I wrote all of Lightlark just in a loop to Champagne Problems, like the entire thing, just over and over for some reason. I really like to listen to the same song over and over because then the words kind of disappear and it's almost like white noise. So definitely that song, and I guess I'm going to use another Taylor Swift song because I really like the new All Too Well, and the very end is like very, I guess, close to the ending of Lightlark. I don't want to give any spoilers away. And then the last one might be um, Quit by Ariana Grande. I obviously listen to a lot of pop artists, but I think that that mood and the words of that song really kind of sums up what happens at the end of Lightlark.
Can you share an out of context Lightlark quote that you feel defines its vibes?
Yes, I love the line, "There are lies and liars all around you," Isla Crown. An oracle tells that to her. So yeah, I think that definitely defines the entire book. There are lies and liars all around her.
You're already a talented author and you're just weeks, or I guess at this point, days away from your
Oh
YA
god.
debut. What would your 12-year-old self think about it all?
My 12-year-old self would honestly not believe it because that was just my dream. Like every summer break, I would just have this huge mountain of books like right next to my bed. And I would just like add the book and then go for another one, add it, and it would just be all this like the big pile of the YA books. And I would go to the bookstore and just like that was so fun for me to like read the backs and then look at the agents. So I don't know. I honestly don't think she would believe it. I think that she would think I'm like the coolest person ever, but also like that's weird to say about yourself. But I just never thought I truly, even though I've worked for this for such a long time, I would have never thought I would get a movie deal and like with the producers of Twilight and everything. It just this is definitely like my 12-year-old self's fever dream.
What is a day in the life like for you as an author and creator?
A day in the life, if I'm on deadline, I wake up really early, I have coffee, and I usually do emails first because there's a lot of emails, especially leading up to release, that are like pretty important that I have to respond to right away. And then I just write for like 3 or 4 hours. I really like to write like an extended period of time. I definitely can't do like, oh, let me do 30 minutes of writing in between things. Like I have to be sitting for hours to get good work done. And then I have lunch. I might work out or take a walk just to kind of clear my head. And I usually film content in the afternoon because the lighting is just brighter in my apartment, or I might go to a bookstore and film like a TikTok. But before I film, I always like scroll through the app for around an hour so I can see what's trending and find audios and see. Sometimes I just don't have anything that I can apply to my books or something related to BookTok, and so I just don't post. And when I do post, there are generally like probably 20 drafts behind that one post that gets posted. And there are definitely a lot of posts I just don't end up posting because I don't like to overpost. So social media is a huge part of my career now. Like I am on social media almost more than I'm writing, which is definitely a new development in like my writing career, but it's so important to like where I have come from. So I do Instagram stories all day, and then I usually record the reels/TikToks in the afternoon. Then I write some more if I'm on a really tight deadline, and then I watch TV and go to bed.